Welcome to Coombe and Curry Sports Cards podcast, where collecting meets a game.
Two Little Ducks, episode 22 of the podcast vendors, back from, a busy week for us here. We'll get into it all after time.
It's been eventful.
So what?
It's been eventful, isn't it, this week?
Yeah, eventful, emotional.
Lots to talk about.
Cold, our end. We are finally glad to welcome on someone we wanted to get on for a while. Andy from Seaside Sports. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome, Andy.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm a big fan, so yeah, thanks for having me on. Been listening since probably beginning of August, end of July sort of time, I think. So yeah, keeps me going to work every week, so thank you for that.
Appreciate it, mate. That's really kind to hear, and obviously we've been trying to get him on for so long, and we finally got him on. So yeah, it's going to be a fun-filled episode. Lots to cover. Good morning, Coombe, New Zealand. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. I'm on time for once, which will hopefully please you or not, as the case may be. I think I listened to the good thing about being late for the pod is you get to listen to it as would someone like Andy, for example, where you don't know what's going on. So I actually think that you to some extent were you better, probably. I enjoyed it. So
A lot of discussion around a very morbid subject of either of us dying and who would take over. That's also taken conversations outside of the pod as well, isn't it? Through friendship WhatsApp groups and whatnot.
A trial, if anything, and I think Dom proved that he would be in the race. I'm not sure. Probably got a lot to learn, the boy, if he's going to replace me, but it's a step in the right direction for him.
Yeah, it's almost like a plan B, isn't it? Just in case everything does go south.
Yeah.
Then,
especially with me making that treacherous trip in the coming weeks across to the UK, anything could happen.
Yeah, discussions in the green room of a 16-hour flight for Coombe. Couple of changeovers, is that right?
Yeah. So I think we've got a 4-hour. I think it's a 7 or 8 hour, then a 16-hour. I literally couldn't get any further away, I don't think.
Well, we'll welcome you back with open arms, mate. And we've got lots in the calendar, lots in the diary to do. But quick mention to the people at home listening. If you're watching, you'll see this beautiful original 1998 Scotland track top that I've got on. For those that don't know, it's actually born in Scotland. Surprisingly, I don't have the accent. My dad's Scottish, my mum's English. But I watched the match last night and, yeah, wow, what an ending. I mean, for the majority of the match, it was tough viewing. Denmark were a well-oiled machine. Even with 10 men, they still looked a bit dangerous. But, like as Scotland do, if they ever do get to this sort of stage, they make it hard for themselves. But, I mean, Scott McTominay, Ballon d'Or nominee, bicycle kick. Can't really write that. And then ending with Kieran Tierney scoring that goal, and then Kenny McLean.
That Tierney goal was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then just to add the icing on top of the cake, that McLean goal from his own half was really, really nice. Buzzing. Obviously, growing up, my dad's big football fan, Glasgow Rangers fan, and Scotland fan, and I remember being 11 at France World Cup '98, and watching Scotland. I think they got a point. I think they drew with Norway. Ali McCoy scored, drew 1-1. So exciting times for Scotland, exciting times for the nation, and you've obviously probably seen the videos of McCoist and Robertson and the wonderful interview he had about Jota and all that. So amazing. What a match. I actually watched the second half on my phone because the wife was watching I'm a Celeb. So I was a bit.
You said a word of yourself, mate. big occasion like that, and you're letting her take the telly. That's a shocker.
Yeah, I think I need to have a few words with myself. I'm sat here
Yeah.
in a shed and I can see
So,
my
yeah,
breath.
that is true. Do you know, MT, on the Scotland game, I
Hmm?
got a weird story. I don't think I've ever told this, but there is a link, so you have to bear with me. But one of my mates over here, he's an older guy. He was I met him at the football club when I first was in Havelock. He's called Scott Kelly, and he's Scottish, but he's lived most of his life over here in New Zealand. And he's got, I'm going to get this wrong, I know, but his cousin plays for, it might be Dunfermline or something. I'll confirm that. But Scott used to be, he used to have he's a good footballer, and he used to trial, he trialled at Bristol Rovers, and he's a decent footballer, a really nice guy. He's been awesome to me, and his family as well since I've been here. Um, but right, here's a weird story. Right, so when I first met him, you start chatting and stuff like that. Learning a bit about each other. Turns out, right, he lived in England for a while, and he lived in Brighton and Hove. He lived in the same street as you and I did, Old Chorn Road.
Really?
But like your end, so like the Portslade end.
Hmm.
What are the odds of that? That you travel literally to the other side of the world, you meet someone in a little village, and you lived in the same road in the UK. That's unbelievable. But he's obviously a massive Scotland fan. So when I saw the result on that, I messaged him, congrats on the result on that, and he's already planning on going to the World Cup. He's absolutely buzzing. So as it stands, he's going from New Zealand to watch the World Cup next year. So he's chuffed to bits as well.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, what's the sort of flight time from New Zealand to South America? What are we talking?
I think 15 hours maybe. Yeah, over the Pacific. Nothing there. You turn that globe round, and there's absolutely fuck all on this side of the globe. So, but yeah, he's buzzing, mate. So, cogs are turning in my head as well. If he's going, you know, you know.
Do you know what? I've never been on a long haul flight. I can't
Oh,
imagine
really?
what you go. I've never been on anything past like, I don't know, 4 hours.
Okay. Get yourself over here, boy.
You've been asking me that for years, boy. Yeah, that was.
You come out one day, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
Right, moving swiftly on. Andy, Seaside Sports. Just just give us the story. How did it come about? Give us a little insight into yourself, and yeah, the floor's yours.
Yeah, basically, I've always been into cards, and probably from primary school when you used to get shinies and all those sort of things. And then, back then as well, you didn't have Brighton cards, so I used to have just like a lot of little Prem teams. And then I got back into it a few years ago, really. So started to collect Brighton autos, and then so my main sort of PC are Brighton cards and Lakers cards. I'm a big Lakers fan, so that became like my PC of what I collected. And I did my ACL a couple of years ago, and I was on the sofa for a lot, and then so I ended up just buying a lot of cards on eBay, sitting there doing not a lot, and that grew into sort of just like my love for it really, and just started collecting more and more. And then I don't know, like I've got a personal Instagram account, and I didn't feel like just putting everything on there. So I've made another one. I know you've got quite a few, haven't you, for different things. So I made like this Seaside Sports card one, and I started selling quite a lot on eBay. So sold quite a few cards now, and started to buy like more hobby boxes and things like that as well. So which is really really good fun to get the hobby boxes in, and just basically any of the cards I want to keep, I keep, and then anything else that I think is worth something or somebody would want, then I'll just put on eBay and sort of sell through, and that's worked really well so far. As I haven't damaged my bank account too much, and I've made a bit of money to be able to carry on and buy more hobby boxes. which has worked really well so far. So I think I'm going to continue on that journey, and sort of just sell a bit, but also just keep up with my PC. So I've just started to buy, like I bought quite a few of the Premier League hobby boxes, and they got loads and loads of lovely cards in there. Sold a few of those on eBay, and then I've just got into the basketball because Topps basketball came out about a month ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of been the journey. Really, is started collecting, and then you know what it's like. You suddenly got an eBay watch list of about 68 cards, and you're like, I'm going to buy these at some point. I'm going to buy these, and then you end up just, it just rattles on and on and on, and the PC gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, it's just been a nice journey so far. So
cool.
Do
So,
you
go on.
Sorry, Mark, you go.
Yeah, great story behind it all. But obviously the ACL, was that football injury? Was it?
yeah, I've just played Sunday League, and I mean, so I'm 39 now, but I did this at 37, running around with a bunch of 23-year-olds on Sunday League, and my knee snapped, and I ruptured my ACL, and it was just like game over. So I was on the sofa for a while, collecting my thoughts. But what kind of got me into it with the autos is I've got a few like Brighton signed shirts, and I've got one up in the house, but I've got like a lovely like Bobby Zamora one as well, which I can't put up anywhere. There's not enough wall space, and the wife likes to keep it a nice, I can't put everything up. And what I find with the autos is like I can still collect those, and it doesn't take up all the wall space, So that's kind of why I got really into that. The autos are like my big thing, really. That's the ones I like.
Did you always do Did you always do cards when you were at primary school, or like us? Did it start with like the sticker albums and stuff like that? Because I think we were saying,
Yeah,
that I don't remember ever doing cards. So like for me, what's fascinating and probably a driver of why we do the pod and stuff like that is because I've never had an interest in cards until
yeah,
I went to Seattle last year. That was, and still
right.
to this day, I don't know where it came from. Where I had this, even before I went, I had this random desire to find a card shop, and then obviously I bought my Tyler Lockett card and that. But yeah, like I never did cards. But growing up, we used to do Premier League albums, didn't we? So
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. It's the stickers that I remember, and I really, like sometimes on eBay and stuff, it will come up and it will show you like the '97 collection or something,
yeah, yeah,
and I can really remember those Premier League ones with like Alan Shearer on the front and things like that.
yeah,
And I really remember collecting those. So they might have been stickers and not cards.
yeah.
You're right, but then I think it's just sort of flowed into that. I remember I used to collect the books, and at one point I thought I was going to support Nottingham Forest because that was the only shiny I had. Like I had the Forest,
Yeah,
and luckily that,
yeah.
so
Sort of said,
that would have been a long road trip. But
yeah,
yeah, I think it was with the stickers is probably where it started, and then I started to get into the cards a little bit more as well. Like when I've been on holiday, so like I went to New York and saw like some boxes, like in the shops out there.
yeah, yeah.
They've got it's mad out there with the hobby boxes and everything out there. And so I went to New York and watched Frank Lampard play for New York
Oh yeah,
City.
nice. Yeah,
I managed to actually get his debut,
yeah.
which was cool. So I've got a signed Frank Lampard auto from those. So that's
Oh
like
yeah,
some of the collections that I get as well.
yeah,
Like when I went to LA and watched the Lakers play, so I've tried to collect the players that I've seen play
yeah,
live
yeah.
as well.
Get that.
So
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, probably from traveling a little bit and actually seeing those hobby boxes in America is like, wow, this is huge over there, isn't it? Like, and then I realised like how big it is over here because until you start looking around, you didn't realise it's all actually on your doorstep.
it's on the up as well, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
it's huge. Like, and like we talk about Dom a lot. How's your luck, Dom Lot? But I think Dom was. I don't. He'd probably dispute the word inspired, but I feel that he was encouraged to get into cards from the pod, and And I think sometimes it's funny because you were talking about the Instagram and separating your accounts.
Yeah.
And I went through that as well because I've said about my dad. My dad takes the piss. Like, he doesn't get it at all. And I
Yeah.
think when other people hear other people start going, "Oh, I collect cards," then it's almost like I could be wrong here, but it's almost like I don't know, permission or acknowledgement that it's actually not that weird that you like
Yeah.
cards, and so many people
Yeah.
do it. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden,
Yeah.
all these people. It's not the right word. I don't mean it like this, but people come out the woodwork, don't they? They're like, actually, I collect cards. I
Yeah.
collect. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you realise how big it is. And like even over here, when you're in the card community, it feels massive. But the problem with New Zealand is it's actually small. So like when you get a card, there's maybe 2 or 3 people that you're aware of that might collect a particular team. But if they don't want to buy your card you're selling, then that's it. You're pretty much done then. But when you're in it, it feels huge. But
Yeah.
what's evident to me is how on the rise the hobby is, and then you get these high profile people who are spending a lot of money on cards, um, and putting it on the map, and then you've got Fanatics Fest and stuff like that, where it's just getting huge. But just while you were talking, it's funny actually because I was saying I don't know why I wanted to get that card originally, but as you were talking then, I think part of it for me was I'm not sure I like to admit this, but King of Collectibles on Netflix that we were talking about.
Yeah. I've watched that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've mentioned him on a pod a few times, Ken Golden. I think what it might be is when I went to Seattle, I was keen to get a graded card. So I wanted a card in a slab. And I think when I first started watching that first series of King of Collectibles, it was, like the comics when they're graded and they're also put into a big slab. Even though it's a weird concept because you can't read the comic when it's in a slab, so you're just looking at the front and back cover. I quite like the idea of how they looked in the slab.
Yeah.
Then you see a few cards come up, and I think I went to Seattle with the idea of getting a slabbed card and getting something that was ideally from Pike Market and a Seattle Seahawks player, and I think that was the origins of why I got into it. And with cards, it's how things look, isn't it? People like certain things because of how they look and stuff like that, or with your autos, with your particular players and things like that. So I think that your point there resonates. But maybe I finally discovered what triggered it. The and it's Ken Golden. I think.
Get him on the pod.
Get him on the pod, yeah. Imagine.
Andy, I've got something here. I've got a story for you. Including you'll know the story because you were there. So growing up, we were obviously resided in Brighton, and we didn't go up to Liverpool as much as we'd like. So we used to follow Brighton around, and we went to Reading away.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Head to Malongo.
Hetty Malongo scored after like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Brighton won 3-2. At the beginning of the game, I tripped up the stairs, if you remember that. I tripped over after that goal, going back up the stairs because we were sat near the stairwell. But the moral of the story is, after you telling us about your autograph collection, I remember at the beginning of the game, I ran down to, like when the players are warming up and sometimes they used to go over to the fans and sort of sign some bits or whatever. I ran down Leon Knight. I had the skint Brighton shirt with Knight 7 on the back. I ran down there and it's a hot summer's day. It was like, mid-August, end of August. Took my shirt off and I got home to sign it, and I've still got it to this day. Signed Leon Knight's shirt. And then years later, so actually I don't know if you saw my other page on Instagram, Ruby's Retro Football.
Yeah, I have seen it, yeah.
So I did that in lockdown, and it was essentially just clearing out some football shirts I didn't want or need in my collection. And I found that Leon Knight shirt. And at the time, obviously in lockdown, it was, you sort of entertained yourself. I had Snapchat, and I Snapchatted Leon Knight a picture of a shirt because I was bored, probably. And I sent him a picture. of the shirt, and he almost instantly messaged back saying, "How much do you want for it?"
Did he?
And I didn't expect anything back. I just thought it'd be a laugh. He might see it, like.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of like, I don't know how much you're going to offer me, sort of thing. Like, like, I don't know if you wanted it, but in the end, it all fell through. Nothing happened. So a bit of an underwhelming end to that story. But yeah, he was asked. Yeah, he was like, I don't know, it's just a weird interaction. I just thought I'd send it to him and see what happened, and he was like, I sort of went, I don't fucking know. You've got a bit of money around you, so offer me something good and I'll send it to you. But
sold it to him and then got him to sign something else for you.
Could have done. Have you got a Leon Knight signed? Is there any signed autos of Leon Knight in your collection, Andy?
No, I haven't actually. Can I give you an offer?
Yeah.
You still got the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like this. Bring it on.
I'll try and find some next time I get a Liverpool auto. We can talk.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll sit down.
I like it.
Yeah. Obviously, we used to go to a lot of Brighton games, so we used to.
Remember we met Zesh Raymond, Mark, in the car park at the thing.
I don't know if he was he was a bit of a rogue player, wasn't he? He was sort of the with Dean era, and he was.
He was on loan, wasn't he? Zesh Raymond, I don't think.
From
and then
Fulham,
he later signed again, maybe.
I just remember him driving a Peugeot 206
It was a
CC.
convertible one, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was like it was like a bright green, wasn't it? Terrible colour.
Yeah.
But why not?
Fair play. When I see that shirt, the skint shirts that you've got on there, I think weirdly, I don't. It's not that shirt, but when I see that, I think of the home one as well, and it reminds me of. Do you remember Phil Stant? He was the player manager at Lincoln, and he went on loan to Brighton. He just didn't look like a footballer. Yeah, like proper blonde hair, tattoos. Looked like someone's dad. Like just old school. Just think of that shirt.
Remember.
On it, yeah. I just think of Phil Stant. Huggins will remember him.
We had a couple of good legends come through at Withdean, randomly pop up every so often. But
the Millennium Man, Darren Freeman.
Yeah.
First goal of the Millennium.
Still see him around sometimes. Actually, he lives around this area still. So, and his
boys. Whitehawk, didn't he? Quite a few
he did. Yeah, he did. And his sons play football as well. So,
okay.
Yeah. But he's a bit of a local legend.
Yeah.
Andy, are you a season ticket holder at the Amex, or do you go much?
No, I used to be a season ticket holder, and then had our daughter and didn't really get to go for a few years really. But she's 6 now, and we've been about 5 or 6 times with her. She's really into it. We went on Sunday to watch the girls. They played at the Amex. They won 4-1, which was good. And we've been quite a few times. So she likes Danny Welbeck. That's her favourite player at the moment. So yeah, she's pretty into it, to be fair. So it's good. It's good when they're into it, because then you can start going again. But we did try and take her when she was about 3, and we lasted 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And as we're leaving the ground, I can hear a goal going, and I was like, "Oh my word!"
Yeah.
So we didn't try again for a few years after that. But yeah, she's well into it at the moment now. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Ideal. I like that.
I've tried to get her into cards a little bit as well, and she's into that a little bit as well. So she's got her own little collection going. So
sports cards or like Pokemon or Lacana.
She's got a couple of Danny Welbeck cards I've given her, and then she's into like the England women players. So I know we're going to talk about the Brighton card show, but she got a card. She actually got the most expensive card I bought at the weekend. She got that one. So Chloe Kelly.
Oh yeah.
So she picked out a Chloe Kelly auto. Yeah. So
I've got a Danny Welbeck auto. I don't know if I've packed it up to bring with me, but in a Brighton kit, I've got a Danny Welbeck. I think it's nice. Prism or Mosaic. I'll bring it over with me.
He'll be worth loads more when he plays in the World Cup next year as well. So
do you reckon he'll go?
I doubt it, but
There is talk of it though. Like there's people
you never
saying
know.
they've got to have a look at him, haven't they? He's banging in the
Yeah,
goal. He's
yeah,
not a
that's
bad
it.
player to bring off the bench, is he, Welbeck?
No, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll keep hold of it. MC, what's just a quick change of subject. Green Bay Packers got a win over the Giants.
Yeah, much needed actually. After
Bit close.
back-to-back losses. So, yeah, I mean they needed it because back-to-back losses, and especially after that Panthers loss, that was an upset. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a lovely Green Bay card that I picked up at the car show. We'll get onto it, but still haven't watched the highlights of the match. I saw the result. I didn't see how Seahawks get on. How did they get on?
I can't tell if that's a dig, but they didn't win. But they, to be fair, like if you asked who the two best or the best teams are, Seahawks and LA Rams would be up there. And we played LA Rams and lost by 2 points. Darnold threw 4 interceptions, so it's shocking. But we still had a field goal to win it at the end. But it was something like 65 yards or something. It would have been a career best for Myers, and he just missed it. But to me, the defence was unbelievable, and for Darnold to have so much of a shocker and to be in with winning it at the end, I think Seahawks, I still think, are dark horses for a really good playoff run. So yeah, not it's one of them games that it's a bit frustrating, but take a lot of positives from it. So I'm still confident. And then we got Titans. I'm a bit pissed off actually because we've got Titans at their ground, but I'm on the plane, so it kicks off an hour after we take off on Monday morning. So when we land, it will either just be finishing or there'll be about 10 minutes left, I reckon. So we'll see if I can get it in the air. Hopefully there's Wi-Fi.
Surely on the long haul flights they'll have Wi-Fi. Surely.
It's not like the first one's not though. It's Wellington to Sydney. It's 3 hours and 40 minutes, I think. So should be able to catch a bit of it while I'm waiting for that next flight. So fingers crossed. But I think we'll be all right. We'll get back to winning ways.
Whilst we've got Andy on as a basketball fan, I mean, we don't know much about basketball, but how are Lakers getting on? Is the season started?
Yeah, season started in October. LeBron James is like the main man. He's been injured. He only played last night. It's the first game he played. But Lakers are doing all right. Yeah, they've been pretty steady so far. It's kind of going as we thought really. So they've got like LeBron James's son's playing a little bit as well. He started playing last year.
For the Lakers?
So LeBron James' son, Bronny James, he was a rookie last year.
Oh, right.
Yeah, started playing for him. So he's like a fresh player. He gets maybe 2 points a game. He plays about 9 minutes. He's not a starter. But like LeBron's going to be 41 this year. And then he's got his son 19 playing with him for the Lakers. I mean, it's pretty mental, isn't it? Like, yeah, pretty cool. So, but they're doing all right. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. And we've got like Luka Doncic, who's a big player who came from Dallas last year. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully they can do pretty well.
Well, I've been doing listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. With sports cards and that. We, like Mark said, neither of us are particularly into basketball. Although as time goes on, you get more curious when you hear these names and cards and stuff like that. But just give us a little what's in the card world. Obviously, I hear Stephen Curry or Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry. Yeah,
Victor Wembanyama and stuff like that. Yeah. But if you were gonna say you were gonna start collecting basketball cards now, and you were gonna try and put some money into some, let's say, some rookies that you would expect to do well or make money on the cards, who would you be looking to buy?
So the main guy that came out of college last year and he's like the number 1 draft pick is called Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg.
And he plays for. So if you see any of the top boxes, he's like the main man on the front cover of the boxes at the moment.
Yeah.
So, like for example, I bought one of the hobby boxes and a couple of the boxes, and his base cards were straight out the gate selling for like $30,
Yeah,
£30, just for the base cards, and then his one-on-ones are going for tens of thousands.
yeah.
So he's like the main man. But then another guy called I think his name's VJ Edgecombe. Probably pronounced that wrong, but he had a really good first couple of games, so his
Yeah,
card suddenly shot up. So those were like the rookie cards that people were trying to collect.
yeah,
And then also interestingly, like with the tops ones, this is the first year because they haven't had the license to properly print the NBA
yeah,
with all like the stuff on it,
yeah.
with like all the Lakers gear on it and everything. And so they haven't had. This is the first time they've had um, the copyright or
Well, they've got it for a while, haven't they?
in
Quite a few
about
years.
10 years. Yeah, so
Yeah,
they've so this is the first time like Victor Wembanyama, who's like he was a rookie last year and he's a really good player.
yeah.
This is the first time you'll get like a tops Victor Wembanyama
License.
auto.
Yeah,
So, and that'll be the first time you get a proper auto from him in like a copyrighted one. So that's going to be worth a bit of money. All those sort of cards that are coming out now are like the ones people would be chasing. So like your
yeah.
Cooper flag, and I've managed to find a couple of Cooper flags, and just anything to do with him is selling on
Who does he
eBay
play for?
easily. He plays for Dallas Mavericks.
Does he? Might have to get into some
Yeah.
break. Keeper flag.
But he's seems like a good player. He's putting up quite good numbers, like averaging about 13 points.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's quite an interesting one because it's the first year that they've had the copyright back as well. So I think all these cards at the moment that are coming out, they're worth a bit of money because
the first.
yeah. But then I was looking today because they Tops have also brought out Tops Chrome basketball today.
Yeah,
And I was going to buy one of those boxes, but the hobby box is £330, just the hobby
right.
box.
Yeah.
And then the jumbo box was like £620. And I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah. Do you do breaks or do you just buy your own
I
boxes?
go, um, I don't do breaks myself, no.
As in, do you go into them?
Do enter them, yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes. I've only done football breaks, actually.
Right. Okay.
I haven't been particularly successful with them, though. So I kind of like have a bit of you dip into them, don't you? And then you sort
Yeah.
of do it over a weekend or a few, and then I think I didn't really get anything. So it's a bit of a drop in and out of them. I think it's a bit of a
Yeah.
love-hate relationship with breaks, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, we've discussed that before. Like, there's so many different things. Like, sometimes when you get a banger, you want to go back in for more, or if you get
Yeah,
nothing. Sometimes I find when you go on a run where you do all right, I'm more likely to have a break.
yeah,
But like, I spoke to Nick at KCC the other week and said, "Oh, this will be my last break," which was the last one. But I kind of bought into one last night. So, yeah,
Do you just do Seahawks or do you
yeah,
do like
mainly, yeah,
random teams?
yeah. Sometimes I might like. Recently, I don't know why I'm doing this. Mark will be happy, but I started going on Packers just to get a few for Mark, but it doesn't make any sense. Including this, I got this bad boy the other day. It's number to 15.
Yeah.
So I'll be bringing that with me. As many as I've got for you, Mark. I've got you a ton of cards, which I'm going to give you. But yeah, I'm sure we'll come up for a little deal with that.
Yeah,
So I'll bring that over. But yeah, but that's a case in point. Sometimes you have to get a few other teams if you want to do some trading, especially with the way it is over here, like where you don't have a lot of options when you're selling. So trading's quite a good option, and
Yeah.
other people pick up. I'm not sure if this is the right segue, but I'm going to take it. In what was meant to be my last break, before I come over, I got a colour blast from Phoenix.
That's the one. The big one.
This is what this, just to give the listeners and you an insight into how my mind works. So this was from Card Crazy actually, and he's obviously got a whole case of the hobby boxes. these are the first 2 boxes. So from a breaker's point of view, for the case hit to come up pretty much in the first box is a shocker, because you've then got to sell the rest of, and obviously they're not cheap. I think they retail over here, I think it's $700 or $800 a box. I think there's 20 boxes in a case. But it was a 2-box break. I had Seahawks, and this card came up, I think, on the 3rd or 4th packet, and he realised it was a case hit, but he thought it was, I can't remember what the other one is. There's a case hit below it. I think it's called like the Genie or something like that. He thought it was that. So he puts them to one side, and then we'll do the rest of the packets. And I think he almost forgot about it, and he'd done the thing, and he's like, oh, I've got this as well. And he started to move the card, and I could see, like, hold it up, I could just see the blue. And for some reason, I thought, I'm in it. Obviously there's fucking shitloads of blue teams. But I was like, oh, that's a good start, isn't it? If it's yellow, you're like, oh, fucked. But it was blue, so I thought, I'm in it. And as he moved it, and I saw it was Jalen Milroe, Seahawks, honestly, you can't beat that feeling. I was like, this is unbelievable. But one of the reasons, and I was saying to you before we started recording, I drove 4.5 hours to pick it up. And this is how my mind works. I'm like, if he sends it, it could get lost and all this. I just need to get my hands on it. But I also get rattled by the thoughts that because I was going away, the likelihood of me being in all of the breaks for every one of those boxes was very, very small. So what are the odds that he picks those 2 boxes that have it in? Because obviously that card was in that case. We can't change that fact. I was thinking, I don't know what type of person this makes me, but if someone else had pulled that Seahawks card, I would have been livid. Absolutely livid. So for all those thoughts, I concluded that I need to go and pick the card up. So I drove 4.5 hours, picked the card up, I was in the shop for 10 minutes, and then drove all the way back.
So hang on, how long was the round trip? All of it?
It's about 8.5 hours, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But listen, I listened to some podcasts. I listened to some podcasts. It was good. I bought 3 cards while I was up there, including one for you from the $3 box. I bought an Aaron Rodgers. I sent you a picture, didn't I? Aaron Rodgers in a Packers uniform. So
I'll take it.
And I think I got a JJ McCarthy base card, Origins, and we know I love Origins. So it was well worth it. Got to see the shop. Got to see the man behind the hands. Yeah, I've not met Matt. He's called Matt Brown. Matt Brown? In person. So yeah, like Nick, I just see his hands all the time. So it's nice to put a face to the hands. A little chat. And then made my way back, yeah. But yeah, it's funny, like the thoughts the breaking world is just funny, and I've said on podcasts before, it turns me into a bit, I don't know, I'm not sure it's someone I like, really. Like I was saying about the Tyreek Hill, and someone got a 101, and I'm just like, oh, you prick, like, like, it's supposed to be happy for people, but, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, like, I've got my colour blast, so I'm happy about that.
Fantastic effort.
Oh, it's unbelievable, mate.
Like, loyal to the cause.
Yeah.
All right, let's segue into the Brighton Sports card show at the Amex Stadium. Andy, you were there. I was there. Tell me about your experience. How did it all go? Was it your first sports card show, or give us a little insight into how your experience was?
Yeah, it was my first sports card show, so I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. It was lovely having it at the Amex, obviously, which was brilliant. The organisers as well actually gave quite a few free tickets to the school that I work at. I'm a teacher at one of the schools in Brighton. We got a few tickets, so I saw a few of my students and stuff around there, which was really nice. It was a cool vibe. And I went to school on Monday, and one of them had actually bought me a card. I brought it in, Brighton card, and was like, oh yeah, I didn't see you at the show, but bought you this one. So it was cool to have like that sort of vibe there as well. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Like loads of really cool things you would never see before. like cards you think you're always trying to find on eBay, or cards you might not even know exist for your teams, you can find at these shows. And like that was the big eye opener for me. I bought some cards and I was like, I've never seen this card before, and that's wicked to like get hold of that. Plus, it was cool to be able to see like loads of basketball cards, like all the NFL stuff as well, a bit of baseball and things like that as well. So yeah, it was cool. Just really, really good. I could have stayed there all day, but I'd take my daughter to a birthday party, so I had to rush off after a few hours. But I don't know. How did you feel? Similar sort of thing, or
Yeah, so yeah, I got there a bit later than expected because I was with little one and the wife in the morning, and then I knew I had to get back home because we were going to go to like this Christmas market just around the corner from our home in Peacehaven, which was as exciting as it sounds. Pretty much just like, I don't know how to describe it, like just stuff that no one will ever buy. Just like, like stuff like that, bless them, like old biddies have sort of put together to sell, and it was just like, it was all right. But she was running. She's a year and a half old, so she was running around like, and I thought she was going to like just grab stuff and pull tables down and whatnot. So wasn't the best experience. It was nice to get back. So I was there for about 2.5 hours, and yeah, there was parts of it where I was a little bit like overwhelmed, and I don't get overwhelmed that often. I'm quite like social, quite extroverted, but I think because I was on my own, I didn't have anyone to bounce off of. Some of the vendors were amazing. I had some really good laughs and some good some of the vendors. Some of them were terrible, in my opinion. Like just sat there on their phone. Like just
I noticed a lot of that as well. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I was just like, no, like, it's just a one-off day. Just put your phone
interaction.
And unless you're like doing, I saw like some of them doing content and stuff, and I thought that's cool. Like some of them are doing breaks and whatnot, and I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. But I did quite a few laps.
I did as well. Yeah.
So my game plan, Coombe, as you are well aware, was to go around and sort of pick where I needed to come back to.
Yeah.
And I went back round and I was like, recognise you. I'd do another lap. Came back and it was sort of like, I don't know, I think I was sort of not losing my mind a little bit, but I was like, did I see it with that guy? I better go and check. So I had to flip through like a box and then go, have you got any Gerrard cards? No, don't worry, I've already asked you. See you later. Moved on to the next one. So yeah, I would love I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And the setup was great. They were really, the whole room was really well set up. Quite busy in parts. It was sold out, I was told. So no sort of real shock.
Did you have to queue to get in, Mark?
There was a queue, but obviously I had a VIP ticket, so I didn't know whether to be that dickhead and go up past everyone and be like, yeah. And I queued up, I got up there, and the lady went, "Oh yeah, the VIP section's there," and there's like the Alan Mullery suite. So I wandered in there. There was no one in there. I wandered in there. I saw had a look out at the pitch and all that in the stadium, and I came back and I said, "Oh, can I get a coffee?" Because the woman said, "Oh, there's coffee and juices next door." And I went in and I said, "Can I get a coffee?" And the guy went, "Yeah, £3, please." And I was like, "Oh right, sure." I thought it was just like part of the VIP
free coffee,
VIP process, and it was filter coffee as well. Not
£3 for filter coffee.
Yeah. So that was I wasn't bothered by it, but I was just like, I thought that was a bit of a given. You've got some juices and some coffee.
Exactly.
So essentially, all you really got for that VIP was early entry by half an hour. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. I had some good chats with some vendors. I spoke to there was two Gerrard autos. One was a chrome number to 25, and it was like 330 quid, I think. And then there was, I think it was an immaculate one that folded out. You know, like the ones that fold in,
Yeah, like
fold out.
booklet.
Oh, the booklets. Yeah.
That's it, the booklet ones. And there was one of them, and it was going. He had it up for 250 quid. And I said, "Oh, do you have any other like Gerard cards?" And he went, "No, just this one." And I said, "Oh, it's really cool. It's really nice." He went, "Oh, we can sort out a price." And I was like, "Unless you're going to knock a zero off of that, I'll pay 250."
Yeah. Yeah.
I did. I picked up like a handful of cards, and I was really happy with what I got. There was one card that I regret not getting, which was a Gerard like Champions League refractor, number to 25. 14, 25, and it had like an orange border, but it had like the Champions League logos in the background if you like moved it. Bottled it, but basically there's a map of the vendors on the email that you get with the ticket. So I think I'm going to try and get in contact with them and see if they've still got it or if they're selling it somewhere. But yeah, enjoyed it overall. But it would have been good if I had don't know, someone to bounce off with and to go around. And do you know what I felt like? I don't know if I've got a bit of OCD, but like some of them, there was a table. I don't know if you remember this, Andy, or not, but there was a table as soon as you walk in on the right, and they had like pretty much the whole side of it, and it just felt proper random. Like they were all laid out, but they were like random. So my head's like, fucking, like, gee, I'm gonna have to look at every single card to see what I want.
Yeah.
And from a selling perspective, that's good because people will look at it all. But from my selling side, I was like, well, I want to go and look at what I want, and I can't.
Yeah.
I can't muddle in. I need to. So then that's when you obviously like talk to the vendors, and go, "Oh, have you got this? Have you got that?" But I just felt some of them were a bit, I don't know, in my head, a bit disorganised in terms of how they displayed it. But maybe that's just being old and moany. I don't know.
You know when you said about it being overwhelming, I think because obviously I've only been to one, which is the Wellington card show, and I completely get that because now in my head when we go to Guildford, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a list already of things that I want to look for and stuff like that. But I think when you go to the card show or a card show, you've got to have time. You've got to have time because you've got to go there, be confident to look through the boxes, be confident to look to have the time there, look for what you want, try and find a bargain, and then with your stuff that's on display, like your slabs or whatever, or your higher end stuff, you've got to have an idea of what you want. You've got to be patient. You've got to have the conversations. I think I was on a time restriction as well when I went to Wellington because I had a game for my women's team that day, so I only had about 2 hours. I was frustrated because we had to queue to get in, so I lost half an hour. So when you get in, you're like whizzing round, and like I said, what a feeling when you walk in and you're just like, this is like card heaven. There's cards everywhere, and then you've not been to one before, so you start to potter around, and you realise the time, and you're like, oh, but I need something, and then you rush in. And it feels a bit weird to go in and go, right, I'm going to spend a bit of time at this booth. I'm going to have a look through the boxes, see what I can find, and things like that. So I think listening to the podcasts and stuff like that, and what other people have said, I think you've got to go in with half a game plan, at least, what you want, and you've got to just not be restricted on time. If you go in and go, right, I've got an hour, you're probably not going to get a lot out of it. So I feel like you've got to invest in looking through the boxes and things like that. And you can probably come away with some really, really cool stuff. But as you know, from my point of view, we'll be in a better position when we go to Guildford to spend some time there. And yeah, when you've got two of you as well, you can play. It's probably more confident to negotiate and stuff like that. One of you can be looking up the comps and things like that. But I think when you first go in, it feels a bit weird, doesn't it? You look at a card and think, all right, you've got a price tag on it. I'm not sure. Then you've got to stand there, open your app and that, and you feel a bit. So I feel like you need to hit one show just to get that out of your system, and then next time you go, you'll be more better strategy, more confidence.
Is the Guildford card show just sports, or is it like everything? Is it just a card show?
I don't know, Mark. I've not actually looked. One that you found, wasn't it? So
yeah, I think I think just sports
I'm going to look it
or
up. Bob.
mainly sports. I think there
Oh,
might be.
that's cool. Yeah,
I think there might be some TCG as well,
yeah.
but mainly it's a sports show. But I think there's a couple of TCG vendors as well. But Guildford, Guildford in Surrey, Sunday
I
the
think it just
4th.
says card show on here. It says card show.
I think there's like a list of
Which
vendors if
worries
you go
me.
on Instagram of who's there, and I think the majority of it is mainly sports. But
It's
yeah, have a
sports,
look.
is it?
I might be wrong.
Yeah, so there is some TCG. Yeah, I'm having a look at it now.
Hmm.
Have a look. Yeah, I think it's a mix by the looks of it. There is a lot of TCG there. Are you into all that?
No, I'm just sports. But
Yeah.
and that's why this show was quite a good one for me as well, I suppose. And probably because it was at the Amex, you got a lot of Brighton cards everywhere. So that's the most Brighton cards I'll ever see at a show. So whereas some of the other shows are going to be heavily like Pokemon's going to be everything, isn't it? And some things, but I think they're going to be such bigger shows that the sports stuff there will still be humongous, won't it? So I saw there was one in London last month, and like Gianfranco Zola was there signing cards and things as well. That was I might have to try and go to that one next year as well.
Yeah, London Car Show.
I'm just looking at the vendors for this Guildford show.
Yeah.
I can't see. Oh, I've lost it now. Everyone on there was bloody TCG. Are you sure the sports?
I thought it was for the first time I looked.
No. I'll have a look properly later. But yeah, I think by the looks of it, it's probably going to be a mix, or we're going to get in there and go, oh, fucking hell, Pokemon.
We'll have
Get
to
a couple of Pikachus.
research into that then. On that
Get a Pikachu Colour Blast.
Let's swiftly move on, shall we? Let's go into Mail Day, but let's start with sports card show buys. So Andy, what did you pick up at the sports card show, mate?
I've got a few here. Basically, Brighton great cards. Stephen Sidwell auto,
Legend.
So that's been in my eBay for quite a while, but the shipping was from Australia, and the shipping was more than the card. This was £15, so I was really happy when I found that one.
Yeah.
And then most people probably won't know, but Tomer Hemed. This was a Tomer Hemed auto that I found there.
He's
absolutely made up with that one.
Is a Wellington Phoenix legend.
But this is £5 auto, so can't go wrong there. And like I say, this is a card I've never seen before, so yeah, I was well happy with that. And then this is the one my daughter bought, Chloe Kelly auto.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and then I just got a few other sort of like cool looking cards, a few impeccable little cards and stuff. But yeah, so nice to get something different.
Yeah, I really like Chloe Kelly as a player. She's my sort of cup of tea, sort of flamboyant, sort of skillful player. I was actually looking at Chloe Kelly cards then. I was going to get, but I passed on it. So I got the best card I've got in my second best card was the Champions League Stevie G card, number 25, orange refractor. 13. Well, it was £13, and it is 19 out of 25. So yeah, I had that on my eBay watch list as a base card. So to find that for that price, because I've seen some of them go for like numbered to 50, graded to 9. I saw it going for like 80 quid on eBay. So pretty happy with that. And I'm really happy with this the bomb squad, Jordan Love, Coombe, you're obviously fan of that.
Yeah.
The guy I spoke to was proper sound. I said, "Oh, this is my first sports card show. This is my first purchase. £3." and we had a bit of a laugh because I was asking for some Seahawks players, and he was like, "You're asking for every player that I just don't have." He's like, "I can't do anything for you."
Yeah.
But they were like selling like jerseys and stuff as well, which is pretty cool. But then I picked up these 3 cards, which Kim, I haven't showed you actually. So I'm a big UFC fan as well, and I picked up these all for £1 each, which is Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
just some base cards. Yeah, pound
Nice.
pot. Yeah, quite happy with them actually. But that's all I bought really. There was a few temptations, but sort of, like I said, I was sort of held back a little bit because I know you're coming over and we've got some trips planned in Fanatics store and potentially Kaboom store in North London as well. So yeah, didn't want to go too crazy, but yeah, that's what I went for at the sports card show. I actually got one more thing in the mail yesterday, which is the Liverpool Topps collector tin.
Ooh.
Now, it was sold out. It sold out really quickly, and then I got it on the second pre-order from Sports Card Direct. I pulled it today, and I got two number cards. I've got a Giovanni Leone, number to 99. 99? No, 50. Yeah, 99. 24 to 99. Who is obviously
Nice.
a rookie card as well. But obviously he's out with a ACL injury at the moment, so he'll be back hopefully next season. The other one was, King, you're like this, number to 225, Mr. Alisson Becker.
Oh yeah, that's a nice card. Yeah.
So yeah, quite happy with them. I'm still trying to get an auto. I still haven't broke any tins or boxes or anything with an auto. So I was hoping, so I might get another Liverpool tin. So watch this space. But,
Yeah.
that's all I'm
Getting some breaks. I did a I think I've still got it. I got a, how'd you say it? Udogi or whatever, the Tottenham player. I got him in a select blaster. An auto. I think I've still got that. I might have packaged it up actually to bring with me, so we'll have a look. But yeah, like most of my autos have come from breaks and stuff. Yeah. Right, mail day for me. What's going on, Mark? You right?
Sorry, I've my phone's about to die, so I had to put it on charge.
Are you successfully on charge?
Yeah, I'm back in the game.
Back in the game, right? So yeah, mail day, or we call that round 8.5 hour round trip day. That was my always gone. That was my colour blast that I got from what was supposed to be my last break. But yeah, thing of beauty, love that. And for the first time since January, my eBay, you were talking about it earlier yourself, Andy, the eBay watch list, but my purchase list has finished. So I received my last card on my. So since January, I've had a continuous supply of stuff that I'm waiting for. But my last card came, and it's a base card. It is numbered. It's from Impeccable. It's a JSN. And I absolutely love it for a base card. It's second year. It's not or third year. Sorry, it's not a rookie card. But it's just really nice. It's numbered to I can't actually work it out. It's either It's either 6 of 80 or 8 of 90. It's very unclear. So, but yeah, like really nice cards. So I'm quite pleased with that. And then obviously I've shown it before. I've got a few other bits, like some nice rookies, base rookies. I'm not going to go through them all. And then obviously that was something I got from a break with Nick, which I specifically got him to deliver so I could bring it back to work out something with you, MC.
Yeah, beauty.
Yeah, it's a lovely card, Mosaic. The new Mosaic football stuff is phenomenal. But that card is just a thing of beauty, and that's numbered. Let's have a look. What is it? It's 6 of 15. Deemed worthy enough for a one touch. So yeah, quite a few bits in the mail. But yeah, sadly, my eBay stream has now come to an end. So looking forward to the card show. Looking forward to Fanatic Store and what we get up to while I'm over.
Andy, have you been to the Fanatic store in London at all?
Yeah, I did. I went a couple of months ago, and bought one of the hobby boxes, Premier League hobby boxes. It was a bit weird because they were sold out on the website, and but then you went in and you saw them in the glass case, and you go over, and then I asked one of the assistants. They were like sneakily sort of were like ushering me over to the tills, and then you go to the till, and then they don't say anything. They just got it out and put it in a bag and sold it to me. It was like a really dodgy deal. So it was almost like we're not allowed to sell them because they're sold out. It was a weird little thing. But yeah, so it's wicked. It's a really cool store. Have you been before? Or this will only be your first time going?
It'll be my second time. I went. When did I go? We went up for like a spa. Me and my wife went up for like a spa day. Went to the spa and then went to go for lunch. And on the way, shockingly enough, we had to pass the store. So I popped in. We popped in. And yeah, it's a really, really, really good store. I used to work on Regent Street, actually up the road, so
Right.
it was quite nice to go into a store quite close to where I used to work. And I think the store's great, and looking forward to taking Coon there because obviously he heard all about me ranting about it and how I got my. Did you see the 101 booth where you go for you get your photo taken?
Yeah, when I was there, it wasn't working. I was gutted. I really wanted to have a go at that, but
yeah,
that was cool.
I
Choker,
got one.
wasn't it? Yeah, it wasn't working.
Yeah, you're going to be fuming if it's not working when we go up.
Oh, I'll kick right off. I say I've just come over from New Zealand just to get this car.
Yeah.
It was really. I wish I filmed how I got it because they were like telling me, like you said, they were a bit weird at the till. He went knock on the wall and it will come through that little drawer. I was like, right, what have I paid for here? £20. What have I paid for?
Yeah.
And it came out and he gave it to me and it was like smoke. There was like I don't know, like dry ice coming off of it or some sort of smoke. And I thought,
Sounds like it was on the edge of breaking when you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, end of the line. It was that was cool. Like it was obviously I don't know if it was the glue drying or they put some dry ice in the I don't know. But it was pretty cool. I wish I recorded it. But yeah, looking forward to you get a 101 Keem. Maybe we can do a joint 101, like a dual.
Oh, big time. Probably
Are you going to open anything there? Because they got all like the stations, haven't they? You can sit down and you can open cards, and
I'd imagine so.
You're going to sit there and open content.
We'll be them wanky little pricks, yeah. That'll be like, oh, well. You're like, oh, tune in, watch our break.
Set up the tripod.
Selling each card to each other.
Problem is, we're both Liverpool fans.
Yeah,
that is a big problem.
That is an issue, yeah. But they've got all sports. They've got like NFL, baseball, basketball. They've got like Star Wars, wrestling.
Yeah,
you know they cover like every sort of base, don't they, in terms of the card world. So
we'll be there all day, boy. We'll spend my life savings in there.
Yeah, it'll be a good trip. Looking forward to it. But yeah, that'd be an interesting shop day or mail day on the podcast. That will, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
if new purchases.
Right, let's move to all about that base because I've actually got to go shortly. Got a physio.
Oh yeah, no problem. Let's jump into all about that base. Shall I start?
Go for it.
So this card is a. So I just went through. So Dom Lott, friend of the pod, gave me the Match Attacks binder, the new collection, and I sorted out all the cards that I've got currently for it, put it in the binder, and I found some swaps. And this player is going into the binder. He is Scottish. He played last night and he played really well, covered a lot of ground, central midfielder, and thought I'd put a base card of himself in, and it's none other than Bologna FC's Lewis Ferguson. So that's gone straight in, and that will always be remembered for the 4-2 victory against Denmark with their qualification to the World Cup. So that's my entry.
I've never heard of the guy. So
have you not?
No.
So there was this is a whole new different episode, but there was a lot of players that went from the SPL to Italy, specifically Bologna. There was a few players that went to Bologna. And there's always been like that Scottish-Italian connection, as you can probably tell from McTominay, Billy Gilmore, Lewis Ferguson, and even going back like years back. So that's a topic for another pod. But there is a connection between the Scots and the Italians, and but yeah, I won't bore you with any more details. Who wants to go next then on all about their base?
Go on, Andy, as the guest.
Well, I'm going to go basketball because I'm guessing you probably haven't got a lot of basketball, and you probably don't want any Brighton ones. So,
nice Cooper flag, is it?
It is a Cooper flag. You're right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I managed to get a few of these, and this is his rookie cards, and this is from the Chrome one has just come out, but this is from the first release. So it's a Cooper flag rookie card. Hopefully he'll have a good season, and he's doing pretty well. He's like the main man at the moment to watch. So yeah, he can go in. I think if that's your first basketball card, I think it's a pretty good one.
What a huge addition! I reckon that that is going to be a contender for being graded, Mark. That isn't it? I think there's going to be what an addition that is.
Do you know what?
I love that.
Well,
coming into this
corners are looking pretty good as well.
Yeah. Centre in, good is it?
Do you know what? I was hoping that you might have put a basketball card in, because obviously we haven't got any. So wow, what an addition! That is a big contender for the graded card. Big contender.
That's huge.
Nice.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of interest now, Pete, in the giveaway when it finally happens. That's definitely a contender. I don't know how to follow that really.
Good luck.
I'm going to go with a new mosaic. I'm lost for words now after that Cooper flag edition. Mosaic football's out. Big fan of Mosaic, and obviously I'm a big fan of JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Don't give many of these away because that's my PC. But I've got a few of them. Beautiful base cards. Obviously, you've got your foil style cards. That's the Mosaic product. So I think it's a really, really nice card. And he's on course this season to get the all-time receiving yards in a single season. So he's going to be breaking records. He has already. I think he's the first player in history of the NFL to have the first 10 games where he gets 75 yards per game or more. So he's absolutely smashing it. So that could become even more important as time goes on. So that's my addition to all about that base.
Love it. Coon, just a quick one. The first vendor that I went to at a sports card show that had NFL cards, I approached the table and said to him, have you got any Jigba Smith cards? And as soon as I said it, I went, that's not the right way around. That's the wrong name.
No.
Smith and Jigba. JSN is all the...
That's it.
Yeah, he looked at me a bit weird, and he understood that I made a mistake.
Yeah. He's perplexed. He's like, no, I don't know. I've got Ian and Jigba Smith. I've got some Smith and Jigba.
I don't know, maybe he might have had a couple of hooky cards, who knows?
His brother has signed, I believe, I could be having a shocker here because I've not verified it, but I saw an article where his brother allegedly signed for the Seattle Mariners, the baseball team. I just think that's incredible. incredible. Like both in a family, both brothers are professional athletes playing and now playing in the same city. That's just
Yeah, that's
just
amazing.
stuff of legend, isn't it? It's just a dream.
Sounds like another PC coming on there.
Yeah, absolute specimens. The Njigba family.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, still laughing at the Digby Smith era.
yeah,
But yeah, on that bombshell.
yeah.
Thank you all for your time, Andy. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. We'd love to get you back on at some point to delve into your collection more. But it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks very much for having me, guys.
Officially a friend of the pod.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you having me on. Yeah, I'll keep listening. But yeah, thank you for that.
Cool.
Been good to talk to you.
One last thing then, Martin. Regards to your families.
Regards to your families. All the best.
Regards to your families.
See you, James.
Take care. Thanks again.